The children's TV show with a dark secret. The following video includes scenes and depictions that may be disturbing to some viewers. This video deals with topics including, oh
God, I got a picture on the front page of every newspaper in the country, right, Ron?
type I'm scared if you're scared.
It's 8 a.m. sharp on a Saturday morning in 1979. Families in the Tampa Bay area turn on their television sets as thousands of sleepy children awake on their day off from school. Some flip to Nickelodeon, where a rerun of Pinwheel is playing. Flip to ABC, where they would catch the final episode of a short-lived TV series called Fangface.
Yo, did y'all used to watch American Home Videos? Did y'all ever used to watch that?
However, that morning, others would opt for a more virtuous wake-up call, flipping the station instead to Channel 22, or the Christian Television Network, where a new show was opening the day's slate. A show called Joy Junction is the place to be.
Wasn't Barney a predator, or I'm bugging?
The show Joy Junction quickly found its place in the hearts of viewers, with kids immediately connecting with the quirky characters and silly games. Their Christian parents, too, found solace in the show's themes and non-offensive stories, creating a program that could be experienced together as a whole family. From that day on, families all across Florida and eventually across the entire United States came
There's
to
some old people that I never heard of this show because you're not 30 years old, bro.
Enjoy the program, which continued on for a run of over 20 long years, until one Saturday morning at 8 a.m. sharp, when, without explanation, the show ceremonious end and was never broadcast again. Today, the show and all official records of it have been scrubbed from the internet, with the companies behind its creation and the networks that aired it acting as if it never even existed, some allegedly going as far as to destroy any remaining copies.
What
the heinous events that transpired during and after its television run. This is the story of Joy Junction.
Why are so many people on kids' TV shows weirdos, though, chat? Like, it's like a common-ass thing for some reason.
The children's TV show with an unimaginably dark secret.
We'll return after these messages.
One of the most frustrating things to me is spam phone calls and spam.
Nigga, fuck this ad, nigga. Fuck.
Come and join us for a half hour of fun and games at Joy Junction. Now here's Sheriff Don.
Your TikTok is deleted? Say you swear to God. The caption worked. Community guidelines. Community guidelines! Fucking go. Let's fucking go, nigga. Go ahead, save that shit. That shit AI, nigga. That shit AI. That shit AI.
And welcome to this fun little town of Joy Junction.
Joy Junction was both the name of the show and the name of the fictional town in which it was focused. A town where numerous characters converged to tell stories.
It's like Lazy Town. Y'all watch Lazy Town?
All of which pertaining to Christianity. Each episode followed the same basic structure. They were 30 minutes long and would tackle one general lesson taught in the Bible and tell it through an acted out story. This was then interspersed with various games and audience participation, as the show heavily leaned on including its young fan base and immersing them in the world of Joy Junction.
It's like a Christian
they even had a
show.
live studio audience for every episode, comprised of kids ages 3 to 13, with the participants and crowd genuinely seeming excited to be there, which was largely due to its lovable cast of characters. The most prevalent of these was Sheriff Don, who was actually played by—
This nigga look like Jeffrey Dahmer, nigga. Fuck.
the creator of the show itself, Don McAllister.
And the whole gang is here, so we're going to have us a good time today. Glad you could join us for the next 30 minutes.
He guided the show from segment to segment and often focused on the Bible while driving home the episode's central theme, while also being the one who most often interacted with the children who participated in the show. Then there was Forrest Padley.
Yo, these niggas all look crazy, bro. Yo, these niggas all look nutty, bro.
A soft-spoken professor who, ironically, often had lessons taught to him due to his obvious clueless nature.
Mr. Bubble, he'll even help when you did wrong.
I'm not a pope, but how about...
Like, Chad, would you not expect this dude to touch kids? Look at him, bro. Look at this dude.
He'll even help when you're in trouble.
Hey, Chef Don, you're a boy too.
And of course, the fan favorite, Whittler
Look
Dan,
at this
a
nigga!
caricature of a southern farmer known as the goofy storyteller of the group.
Good, yeah. Oh, hi. I'm just sitting here reading some of the mail from Joy Junction and some of the jokes in here. Would you like me to read some more? Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
That's good, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you want me to read it to you?
Yo, TV back in the old days looks so fucking boring, nigga. Like, dead ass. Where's like fucking, I don't know, nigga, where the laugh track at or something? Nigga, this shit look boring as fuck.
Of all the characters to come from Joy Junction, there was one, or two, who were by far the most popular, yet polarizing. Ron and Marty.
What the fuck?
Played by professional ventriloquist Ronald Williams, Ron and Marty were far and away the most memorable characters for those who watched the show,
hell no.
and for obvious reasons too. Many children watching at home
It's like
found
that
the
one nigga
duo
on
and Marty
Victorious.
specifically to be off-putting, even horrifying, with some claiming that the doll gave them nightmares and was just too creepy to look at, causing many to stop watching the show altogether. But despite this, others found the duo to be hilarious and entertaining, tuning in week
Nigga
after week
sleeping with a
just to see
doll.
them perform. For the viewers, it was a love or hate relationship with Ron and Marty. But even so, it was impossible to dismiss their impact on the show. They appear in every single episode that we have available today, and they were often tasked with teaching the children some of the series' most important lessons.
Yo, I never understood. Like, puppets are mad creepy, nigga. Like, there's never a situation where, like, a puppet is, like, necessary, bro. Puppets are creepy as
Lessons
fuck.
like not to cuss,
It seems like I'm hearing a lot of swear words. All the kids are using swear words these days. And I'm afraid one of them's going to
Like,
slip
what
out
the
of my mouth.
fuck?
First of all, why don't you try immediately praying and asking the Lord to take those bad words and thoughts out of your
Like,
mouth?
yo, shout out niggas that can do this. What the fuck kind of talent is this, bro? You could talk through a puppet. The fuck type of talent is that, nigga?
Fine. Say, that's a good idea.
practicing self-control,
Self-control. Oh, well, I don't think my self-control works.
Nigga, he not even doing it right. The nigga's dead ass just talking with a different voice. Look at his mouth.
control,
Self-control.
Nigga,
Oh,
look at his
well, I don't
mouth.
think my self-control works. It must
He's dead ass just talking with a different voice. They can't even do it right.
be broken. Well, no, Marty. I don't think anybody can practice self-control all by themselves, but if you'll just ask the Lord to help you, He will.
defeating bad
Like,
thoughts,
what?
Hearts will cause good words and thoughts to come out of our mouths. It's almost so, Marty, as if our mouths will overflow with the thoughts and the ideas that are inside
Nigga,
of
I
us.
could talk with my teeth closed. What? What's going on, guys? My name is Yusuf, and I'm streaming today, and we ought to have a good stream. Boom, nigga, I could do that shit, bro. Like, what?
You know, we need to be very careful
Like, who is
about what we
watching
put
this?
in our minds and our hearts, Marty. That's for sure.
and most controversially,
Ron, they were looking at some dirty pictures and they wanted me to look too.
Huh?
Marty, what did you do? Well, I said, look, guys, I like you a lot and I want to play with you, but I can't look at those pictures. I just can't do it.
whether it was the lessons they taught or Marty's blatant uncanniness, these two characters were the most vividly remembered part of the show. And this is important as these memories are essentially all we've been left with.
We are still covered with that darkness and with that sin. And when we say He'll wash us as white as snow, that's referring to the
What
sin
the fuck?
that's within us.
First time chatter. Mad sus.
Joy Junction is classified today mainly as lost media. No official copies of the show have ever been published by its creators or the networks that owned it. It just kind of ended one day and was never talked about again by those involved with the project. And this lack of archiving stretches past just the media itself. If you were to look online for information on the show today, you would find next to nothing. There's
Yo,
no
wasn't that one show a Christian show, chat, that they used to put the DVDs in Chick-fil-A kids meals? What was it called? With the vegetables?
Wikipedia page, no actors, producers, or directors mentioning it in their work history or on their resumes. There's no official website.
VeggieTales,
There's
yeah.
essentially nothing. Not even so much as an official date in which the show started and ended, despite the fact that the show apparently ran for 20 long years. We know for
fuck?
sure that the show aired on CTN in the 1980s, specifically in the Tampa Bay area, before it was later
1980s, bro.
syndicated and
The Ice Bucket Challenge was in the 1980s?
broadcast across the country on channels such as TBN and Smile of a Child. But today, none of these networks mention the show having ever aired in their lineups, and none of them have ever provided an explanation as to why the show was pulled from the air. The only reason we even know anything about it is thanks to old recordings and VHS tapes captured by those who once enjoyed the show, with a few dozen episodes and some short clips from the series having made their way to YouTube in recent years, essentially
Danny D, why does that name sound familiar?
Serving as the only surviving relics of Joy Junction. Because of this, the show is largely a mystery, and information is incredibly scarce and hard to come by. But after doing some digging, I was able to find some mentions of it in old newspapers printed nearly 45 years ago that did shed a bit of light on the context surrounding its creation. The first mention of Joy Junction came in 1978 within the Evening Independent, though at this point it was not even a television show yet. Instead, advertisements were placed in the paper weekly.
Why they making grown-ass kids drink out of a bill? Like, it's just y'all are weird. Like he's strong. He's strong. Yo. Nigga, dude, chat. I don't know why. Whenever it thunderstorms, bro, my Wi-Fi gets too shitty, bro. Like, bad. Like, really fucking bad. We're good, though, right?
Actually entailed, but coincidentally, just 1 year later, the show Joy Junction would begin filming in Largo, Florida, with these original performances likely serving as the inspiration and the basis for the show itself. Following this trail of newspapers, I also found that the show was created by a company called WCLF, which began
We kill little kids.
And broadcasting back in October of 1979, with the founder of the company vaguely mentioning Joy Junction as an upcoming project. And sure enough, 1 week later, that same paper included a television guide that mentioned Joy Junction showing on TV for the very first time, giving us its likely premiere date of November 10th, 1979.
Oh my god, that's my birthday.
Aside from this, I was able to confirm that the show did in fact play all across the United States and wasn't limited to just Florida.
Someone said we kill little Montanas. I don't know what that means.
Which might be why finding an exact date on when the show ended has proven essentially impossible. But the most common belief across the internet is that the show lasted until somewhere around 2004, putting its lifespan at a surprising 25 years, which makes it—
what type of show goes on for 25 fucking years, bro? I don't think I've ever heard a show go that long, unless I'm like stupid, bro.
all the more unusual that there's hardly any mention of it online, and that there was seemingly no attempt to ever even archive it. It seemed as if the parties involved didn't just—
Okay, bro, but The Simpsons is boring. Like, does anyone in this chat watch The Simpsons? Keep it a buck with me, bro. Y'all do not watch the fucking Simpsons, bro. You don't. Y'all do not watch the fucking Simpsons. Let's be real. Bro, that shit is not— I don't know how that show is still that big. That shit is ass. The only good thing that came out of The Simpsons is the game, bro. This is the only good thing that came out of that shit. Was this hit and run game. The rest, bro, the show is actually shitty, though. Dead ass.
Just drop the show and forget about it. They completely washed their hands of it and tried their best to bury it. There are even rumors circulating that CTN themselves had all their remaining copies set on fire and destroyed so that the show would forever be forgotten. And when you—
If it's shitty, why does it have 16 Emmys? Nigga, you're a fucking loser.
Consider everything that happened, this isn't really all that surprising. But what is surprising is the extent of the unraveling and the way in which it began, as it all started with a simple water bottle.
Eh? A water bottle?
It's unknown when—
Raid? Who raided?
When exactly the discovery was made, just that it was a terrible one. Police arrest a man under the suspicion of distributing CP, only to find numerous images depicting it on his hard drive, with the vast majority of the victims involved being impossible to identify, except for one. Within the background of one of the images lay a hidden clue, a water bottle displaying the name of a swim and scuba school in Johnson County, Kansas City. Police did a search of the area, asking for help identifying the victim, which led them to a young child who swiftly pointed out their abuser as being a man named Michael Arnett.
Ew, bro. Ew. Look at this dude. They be inspecting the images? Obviously, nigga, they trying to catch the people.
Michael was immediately arrested, after which the true extent of his crime would be uncovered on his home computers. They contained countless photographs and videos depicting the same disturbing material, including a great deal that was produced by Michael himself.
Ew.
The contents of these images are genuinely some of the most appalling I've ever heard described. Though we'll get more into that later, because there is something
Niggas say you look like Lacey.
more relevant to this video that they found on his device. It was a lengthy online chat history with a man named Ronald Brown.
And Ron, you're not one
Oh, hell no! This nigga!
to talk. You're always on the telephone, too.
Oh, hell no!
Well, I guess you've got a point there, Marty.
Ronald's life was centered around three things:
Who would
ventriloquism,
have thought a grown man that plays with a puppet is a weirdo?
Christianity, and children. His primary job was working as a traveling puppeteer with a show called Puppets Plus, working school events, birthday parties, and at local malls. He also hosted
Like, yo, if I was a kid and my mom brought a fucking puppet master to my birthday party, I would deadass get tight. I would deadass get fucking tight, bro.
a weekly puppet show for his local congregation.
Nigga, at
that he
least
billed
give
as
me like
being
a magician
specifically
or
for
something,
children.
bro.
And of course, he had his role on Joy Junction. Every aspect of his life brought him in close proximity to children. And as it turns out, there were several undisclosed incidents that raised serious red flags about this. The first incident
SML next. What's SML? Am I stupid?
occurred in 1998, at a time when Joy Junction was still believed to be in circulation
Saturday Night
across
Live?
TV stations. Brown was driving home late one evening when a
that
police
shit is
officer pulled him
ass.
over for speeding. The officer shined his light in the car as Ronald reached for his documents, only for his light to catch something unusual stuck between the seat cushions. It was underwear. Children's underwear.
Yo!
Despite the alarming nature of this, Ronald would end up convincing the officer that nothing strange was going on, claiming that the old pair of briefs merely belonged to his puppet, Marty. That night,
So the cops let this nigga go because he said it was my puppet's underwear. I guess, nigga. I guess, nigga. What did you watch on YouTube as a kid? Minecraft, Niga Higa, Prank versus Prank, fucking like KSI. I don't know. Nah, Smosh was ass. I did not watch no fucking Smosh. I'm talking about when I was like a kid, like 8, 9 years old. And like 10 years old. I was watching like Nigga Higo. Wasabi. Oh my god, these niggas was the goats. Alex Wasabi and the Asian dude. Oh my, these niggas was the fucking goats, bro. Oh my god. I used to love this shit. I was literally like fucking... Yeah, bro, I was like 8 years old watching this shit, bro. This shit was so tough. I remember this exact video, bro. Oh my god. They had that one, Call Me Maybe remix. That shit used to go. I used to watch Roman Atwood too. Roman Atwood was tough.
Ronald was allowed to drive away without further questioning. Though things get stranger from here. Around the time of this encounter, Ronald had been living in a home
And
conveniently...
Fousey, nigga, I used to love Fousey too. I forgot, bro. Fousey used to be tough as shit. But now, like, thinking back, it was a little weird, like, going back thinking the nigga was, like, on some weird shit. I don't know. But I used to love watching Fousey.
Located less than a block away from a popular playground. And upon moving into this home, neighbors began to complain of Ronald's relationship with young children in the area. Every Wednesday, kids from around the block would ride their scooters and their bikes over to his house for free pizza.
And niggas thought that was cool? What the fuck? And niggas thought that was cool? Was you Logang or a Jake Pauler? Nah, I was watching more Logan Paul than Jake Paul, I'm not gonna lie.
The group would eventually emerge from the home, and Ronald would drive them in his van to a nearby church, where he would supposedly perform his ventriloquism. These weekly meetups were strange to say the least, especially because they were allegedly fairly secretive, with some children even sneaking off to meet the man without telling their parents. There were even other allegations that Ronald himself had hid their bikes underneath his home.
Anyone else watched Leafy is Here? You're a fucking loser. Oh my god. If you watched Leafy, if you was watching fucking like all them edgelord ass niggas, you're a fucking loser. Dead ass, bro. You are I-dubs and H3. Like, yeah, you're a loser, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That's some loser ass shit.
Just as if he was trying to avoid any suspicion. And although I couldn't find concrete proof of this, it was rumored that when neighbors checked underneath his home, they reported not only finding these bikes, but used sex toys as well, which were stashed there for unknown reasons.
What?
There were never any sort of allegations made against Ron, legal or otherwise, but the red flags here are glaring. Red flags that seemingly went ignored, as people bought into Ron.
So niggas thought there was a grown man that all the kids used to go over to his crib and he was normal? Like what? Nigga said Rice Gum was, bro, Rice Gum was probably, he's in my top 10 YouTubers of all time. 100%. Easily.
Ronald's act as a God-fearing, silly ventriloquist, though in reality, the chats found on the computer of Michael Arnett shattered this perception in the most dramatic way imaginable. Though even so, these chats aren't what you would expect. No, somehow they are much, much worse.
What the fuck? This following is a brief excerpt from Ronald and Michael's chat logs. Oh shit. Due to the graphic nature of these messages, I don't feel comfortable reading them out loud. What the fuck does it say? I would have had time to do it today if only I had him. What? Yeah. I would have been all night up enjoying him. Dude, why is my nose burning? I'm sure telling him all about what his last night as a boy would entail. Hey, fucking yo. What the fuck? What the fuck? Probably trembling, trying to imagine his... What the fuck?
Within their conversations were numerous messages between the two men, fantasizing about not only killing children, but eating them as well, with most of the messages being far too vile to discuss or even show in this video. And this wasn't just fascination, it was obsession. Ronald had even found a child at his church that he frequently discussed wanting to eat, mentioning that he would be the perfect feast for Easter, describing what it would be like to end his life and to consume his body. And this went far past just talking, as Brown had taken photos of the child from afar and had actually been formulating a plan to kidnap him. He had even sent a photo of the child with black lines drawn over it to show the various spots in which Ronald wanted to butcher him. This was all supported by his friend Michael too, who himself claimed to have eaten multiple children, with a man even sending a photo of a 2-year-old girl that was seen inside of a pot, inside of an oven.
What?
And this wasn't the end of the shocking discoveries either, as things were made even worse upon investigators searching into Ronald's username, UE_Lime. In doing so, they discovered an account on a website called cutedeadguys.net, which was and is a forum for sharing images of the dead between those who fetishize.
There's still a website on the internet that shares pictures of dead people. Are you dead ass? That's still a website that just has pictures of dead people. What the fuck?
Corpses. And within his account, Ronald stated that he was one of these people too, admitting that he loved the sight of dead boys ever since he was a young man. And he wasn't lying either. Upon these revelations, Ronald's home was raided, where police would find over 200 images containing CP, which didn't even include the hundreds of others showing tied up children, children being abused, and children that appeared to be dead.
What the fuck?
Along with this, police also found a blow-up sex doll in the home that was dressed in little boys' clothing.
Yo, bro, what the fuck, bro? What the hell?
And inside one of his sock drawers was another hard drive with images of countless dead children, as well as a single flyer for a missing child in the area. He also had hundreds of images of a young boy named Andrew, who had attended Brown's church and youth group, with the boy having died of a brain tumor years before. Photos that showed the boy's slow physical decline, all the way until his memorial service.
What the fuck?
You know, Ron, you have to invite Jesus Christ to come into your heart and ask him.
Yo, Chad, I did notice. I was talking to my mom about this the other day. Obviously, it's not like guaranteed because some niggas is just good people. But a lot of people that are like super, super religious are doing it because they do like really bad things and they want to like justify it as like, at least I'm a good person that believe in God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not all, because you can't say all, but a lot of people, bro.
To forgive you of your sin.
Upon his arrest, Ronald Brown admitted to everything. He truly did want to eat the child he had been eyeing up at his church, along with many others over the years. Though after saying this, he claimed that he would never actually have carried through with it, and that Michael and him were merely role-playing.
Oh, hell no.
This is heavily debated to this day, as technically there isn't proof that any of these delusions spilled over to the real world. But that's only what we know of. And considering the large quantity of CP in his home,
Yo, they got that shit in paper bag. Oh my god, bro. Holy shit.
the self-admitted obsession with dead little boys, and the actual plans he had to kidnap and eat a child, it seemed clear that it was only—
Imagine this nigga eat you, bro. Yo, nigga eating. Yo, what the fuck? Nigga eating kids? What the fuck, yo? Boy, we not acting like that, nigga. That's not fucking crazy. Nigga eating fucking kids. Hello?
a matter of time before he finally followed through with his desires. For Ronald, there was no defense. And because of this, the judge handed down a sentence of 20 years in 2014, which would wind up becoming a life sentence, as it appears he passed away sometime in 2020, well before his scheduled release.
That nigga died at age 65. Holy shit.
This discovery changed the entire context surrounding Joy Junction, the wholesome TV show beloved by children all across the country, only for one of its main stars to be outed as a predator of the most disturbing caliber. But there was one last discovery made by law enforcement in Ronald's case that makes the show that much more chilling.
What?
During the raid on Ronald's home, officers found a collection of journals that Ronald wrote in daily, where he obsessively discussed young boys that he had been coming into contact with, highlighting his desire to know what it was like to kill them, and to know how they taste. These journals, to my knowledge, have never been released to the public, but the thing I find most interesting about this is the date at which these journals started. 1978. Meaning that this disturbing desire had been brewing inside of him.
Chad, do y'all think, like, this is a good ass question. I'm really like, bro, when I watch vids like this, my brain be moving. Do y'all think, like, shows and, like, movies and stuff, like, make niggas, like, insensitive to, like, murder and, like, shit like that? Like, a show like You, for example, like, that's a show that, like, I like. But that nigga's dead ass a murderer and he's the main character and you be feeling bad for that nigga while you watching. But he's dead ass a fucking creepy ass murderer nigga. You feel me? But you be feeling bad for the nigga while you watching the show. Like, that gotta fuck with niggas' minds low key.
For decades. And coincidentally, Joy Junction just so happened to start 1 year later, in 1979.
Thank you for the $1, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah, like, niggas, yo, niggas made a fucking Jeffrey Dahmer documentary. I'm seeing Jeffrey Dahmer edits on TikTok. Like, what the fuck? Like, what, nigga?
Coincidentally, Joy Junction just so happened to start 1 year later, in 1979, meaning that many of the kids seen on this program were likely the very same ones that Ronald wanted to eat.
Hell no.
Given this context, it's no wonder why all
there
parties
were people like these guys in 1700s. Okay, but do you think it's worse now? I don't know. Do you think there's more child predators in the world now than there was like 100 years ago? Thank you for the $1, Glisten. What's up, bro?
Hey bro, can we watch Daily Dose of Internet or some after I am scared you?
I bet.
Joy Junction cut ties with it completely. It just changes the entire feeling of the show. From the moment that one
this nigga's channel is so tough though. On God, this nigga shit is tough. This should be having my brain thinking, bro.
Water bottle was identified. Joy Junction's fate was sealed. And so was Ronald Brown's.
Holy shit.
Still though, I'm left with many questions after reviewing this case. Was there anything more to that traffic stop in 1998? Or those pizza—
Nah, I'm gonna be real, that dumbass guy. Yo, imagine you see a grown-ass man that you you pulled over and he got children's underwear in his fucking car. And you don't fucking bat no eyes to that shit, bro.
Parties with the kids. What? And how serious was Ronald about following through with his plans to kill C? With the answer to these questions likely being taken to the grave along with him. But what I find so fascinating about this case is that the fallout of the raid on Michael Arnett's home is still being felt to this very day. On his devices weren't just chats from Ronald Brown. In fact, there were hundreds of other predators, with officers going on to arrest many of them, some of whom are still in the process of being tried and sentenced. And when reading into some of these other cases involving Michael, it's evident just how serious these people were about their dark—
Yo, they are all grits, by the way. Did you watch You Season 5? I seen 2 episodes and that shit is boring as fuck. I'm still gonna watch it though, but that shit's boring, I'm not gonna lie.
Cravings. One of these men was even recently caught having built an entire bunker equipped with torture tools in preparation for his first victim, which he planned to share with Michael. On top of all the CP distribution, these fantasies about killing children weren't just roleplay. These were very real thoughts and very real plans.
What the fuck?
But the one small bright spot of this case is that
Yo, how could you eat a kid when a fucking spicy deluxe Chick-fil-A sandwich exists? Like, come on, bro. Like, nigga, what the fuck you eating a kid for, nigga? Like, come on, bro. What's up?
2-year-old girl that Michael had photographed in his oven, thankfully was found alive and well, and he too never got to carry through with eating a child, at least that we know, but his physical abuse against them was in fact very real.
Those chicken sandwiches are kids, wake up. Whoa. Whoa. That is true, yo. Soluminati did say that. Soluminati did say that, nigga. He did. I forgot about that.
And as were his desires that him and Ronald likely would have acted on had this entire ring never been exposed.
What the fuck?
When it was conceived, Joy Junction was
I
meant
remember, bro, most kids' TV shows, bro, the little kids is getting diddled, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, literally, like 90, probably like 80% of kids' TV shows.
Teach children morals, right from wrong.
Puffer.
But ironically, many of these lessons just so happen to be taught by a man who is actively engaging in the very behaviors that were condemned by Joy Junction.
Ron, they were looking at some dirty pictures and they wouldn't need them.
Chat, it's fucked up, because, like, I'm trying to think. Think about it. If a dude is, like, mad, like, religious, and he teaching you about, like, God and, like, Christian shit, and the nigga touch you. If you a kid, you gonna think, like, maybe he's not doing something wrong. Like, because this nigga's, like, the best person ever. Like, maybe he's not doing something wrong by touching me. You feel what I'm saying?
Look, too. As your companions, you should have friends who have pure and clean thoughts.
That's
and will
fucked,
only
bro.
give you good ideas.
With his actions forever tainting the show and condemning it to a lifetime of obscurity, remembered only for the man and his puppet, who brought the whole thing down.
Oh, hell.
As a matter of fact, there's something I want to
Creepy
share
ass
right
puppet.
now. Really? That's right. Don't go away, kids. Joy Junction is coming right back.
Holy shit. Nah, that was a good ass video. That was a good ass fucking vid.